You are now tuned into Flippin' the Birds, a Philly Sports Network podcast.
What's going on, Eagles fans? Welcome all to episode 88 of Flippin' the Birds. I'm Brian Cameron alongside Morgan Burkett and Chris Infante, and today we are joined by second-year linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles, Shaun Bradley. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, yo? Appreciate y'all having me here again, man. Excited.
Last time we had a ball, we were a little out of pocket last time.
No, that was pre-draft, Shaun. So now this is post-draft, getting ready for camp and all that. So
it was that long ago?
Yeah, it was March.
Yeah. So this is before the Devontae Smith pick.
Yeah, well before. Yeah, at least a month before.
I thought that was like 2-3 weeks ago. Oof.
Time flies.
All right. Jesus.
That's wild. Well, before we dive into football, dude, you have your summer camp coming up this Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you want to tell the listeners what to expect or, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a camp for everybody around the community or anybody else that wants to join as well. It's a free camp. Just looking to have everybody out there. Kids, put them through some drills, have everybody compete, talk to the kids, mess around with them. Just have a good day for everybody. So, if you're around, pull up. Maricopa Valley High School, Mount Holly, New Jersey. Yeah.
Now there's a rumor that you're willing to race Chris at this camp.
Yeah, I mean, anytime in place.
Listen, I apologize, but I got my wife's birthday on Saturday, so
excuses.
She's 7 months pregnant, so if I skip out on that, I'm gonna die. So
it's not like making excuses. It's cool though.
Rain check for end of August when you're already beat up from training camp. When you're all tired from training camp, I got you. Don't worry.
Definitely not running then.
So you're coming off I guess it was OTAs, your mini camps and everything of that sorts. How's it feeling right now in the NovaCare? How you guys feeling with the new coaching staff and even in the new additions to the linebacker group and as well as the team?
We're excited. We're really excited. I mean, like overall, the team has gotten a lot, closer. I would say, just in terms, going through the change, having to adapt, learn a new playbook again. Everybody's just kind of just trying to go one step ahead, be one step better every day. You feel me? Falling to listen what the coaches are telling us and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm excited. Everybody's falling in line. I mean, I'm excited to see what's going to happen in camp. That's really what we want to see what our team's going to look like. So.
So the major thing back in line, we talked to you about this back in March, but now really getting into it with the new coaching staff, the thing out in January was this whole thing about Sirianni's press conference. He's not that well spoken, blah, 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 blah. How has he changed that narrative about himself around the team? Because all we see are these pictures of him just having everybody around him and really just like lecturing to the team. And how has he been as a coach, maybe as a teacher of football to you guys?
I think he's been vocal. I think what they were talking about early on was just him getting used to being a head coach, being put in that position on the spotlight, always having to talk about everything and every player on the team and things like that. So I think he was just getting used to it. But, I mean, he's been good. I mean, in the meetings, he talks. I mean, he shows us these different clips every day. He always has a different message for us. Very motivational, even on the field, always talking, always in he's in a high spirit, I would say, real high-spirited guy. Like, he's ready to go, eager to go all the time. Like, go, go, go. That's how he is, just energized. So, and that's really how they all are, the whole entire staff. And I like it because that's how I am too. So, I mean, I love it.
I know that one of the things that everybody's been talking about in interviews is that he's going out of his way to talk to everyone. Do you feel like that's changed, or do you feel like he's one of those guys that really brings the room together? Like how is his presence on the defensive side as an offensive head coach?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, offensive, when you're an offensive-minded head coach, you always lean towards your offensive guys, of course. But I mean, I don't see no difference. I don't see no fall off. I mean, I joke around. I love joking around with offensive coaches being a defensive player. It's like the funnest thing ever, right? You talking trash to the offensive coach. So, he's a head coach, but you kind of get that. Like he jokes around with the defense, and stuff like that. So I mean, it's all love, man. He's really a good dude. For
And you have a question in the chat already. This one's from Duck. He's a regular on our show. And Shaun, how is Coach Gannon different to Shorts' method?
I would say, they got similar. I would say they're similar in terms of what they want, what they expect out of the defense, being flying around, hitting, and things like that. But I would say Shorts. I mean, Gannon now is more. He's just like, he seems like he's super energized. Like, I mean, just like you know how young. So he's go. Like, he's just like, he has energy all the time. I mean, Shorts did too. That's why I kind of hesitated on saying it, because Shorts. So, that's my guy. But yeah, I mean, Coach Gannon is he's the man.
Now, I'm not sure if you've been able to experience this yet or not, but every time we've seen, like when you guys signed Anthony Harris, and when you guys, are getting all these defensive players coming into the NovaCare and all these videos they're posting, you just see Jonathan Gannon dapping up these guys like he's like about to break their hand off and like hugging them. Is he really that intense of a hugger?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I don't think I hugged him. I don't know if I hugged him for real. I'm trying to think. Maybe the first time I met him, but nah, he got some strong dap though. He pull you in there when you dap him up. He gonna yank you in there, so it ain't gonna be light.
Nah, like he seems like he's really high on IQ, like a really smart guy. Like that's kind of at a premium. Do you get that sense as well? Does the playbook reflect that? He seems like he's gonna be all over the place with the play calls and stuff like that. How has been learning the playbook, and what kind of jumps off the page when you're reading it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the scheme overall is great. I mean, it touches everything. I mean, like, I don't really see what we don't have and where we can't go with our scheme. So, I mean, I'm excited for that. And I think just learning the playbook, it's been good. OTAs was real helpful. The coaches were real detailed and explaining this to us and getting the detail down to us and repeating it and make sure we have it. Make sure we had it prior to even going on the field. We had more knowledge than we knew. So, I mean, it's been good. It's been good. Just now to put a test and, go against other team. We got to go against the offense at some point. So run the real plays and get the real looks. So
now, have you been able to really talk to any of the new rookies you got going on? Because you got Melton Williams going on over there. You got Patrick Johnson. You got Taron Jackson. I know you got Zach McPherson, but he's out there in the secondary. How are these new guys looking when they were out there working?
They've been good, man. I mean. The same way as the coaches, honestly. Like, when I remember, I was just always thinking like what I was like when I came in here last year, and like how I was and how our rookie class was. So I was expecting like, all right, let me just see how I looked as a rookie. Maybe like if I could see some glimpses of myself, like how serious I was, and it was cool to see how like focused and like like just tense. Like maybe not like nervous. I wouldn't say nervous or scared because you didn't play football, but tense, just like you don't know what to expect, right? So it was cool seeing that. But I mean, they were all cool, man. They opened up, they were talking, especially Pat Johnson and Jacoby, because they're in my room. So they're
Jacoby, yeah, he's making that transition just like a few years ago. Well, way before you were drafted. A former linebacker from the Eagles was drafted drafted as a safety and moved down to linebacker. So Jacoby, Gary. He got moved down.
Again, bro.
He got moved down to linebacker, and my thing is, so has there been, as far as Jacoby's is concerned, he's played safety his whole college career. Do you see that? Has he really taken that on as like? Has it looked like he's been struggling with it, or is it something that he's really taken in and he could do this really well?
No, I think he's definitely taking it in and better in every day. I mean, I haven't seen like no signs of where he was like, man, I don't want to do this, or like trying to like push it aside because he's playing a new position. Like, he hasn't done none of that. I mean, he's been on point, making plays out there, learning the positions and getting accustomed to things. I mean, so he said it was kind of like what he did in college. So I mean, really no difference. I mean, Will, strong safety, you come down the box. It's kind of really honestly
right,
thing depending on where you play at.
So I'm pretty sure you see the rumors everywhere where Eagles fans are kind of crying for CB2, a big name CB2 at some point. And I know you've definitely seen the name out there, Steven Nelson. Any opinions on that, or is it any rumors?
No, I have no clue.
Okay.
So I don't have no clue. So anything I'm saying is with my opinion. But I mean, I have no clue what's going on. But I mean, yeah, that would be nice. I'm biased, man. I like the corners on our team. They're my boys. You know, I like them. I think they're good players. I think they're gonna be good for us this year. Mike Jaquette, you know, all the like, especially Mike, because I just said Mike's my boy. But I mean, I think it would be good though. You know, nothing hurts. You know, we need whatever we can get to make this team better. And you feel me? If they're gonna come in here and get ready to work and hop on the train with us, let's do it.
Iron sharpens iron, right?
At the end of the day.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So if you get the best player in here and let's work, and let's better everybody else.
Year 2 and they're not consulting you on signings. Like, that's a shame. I thought you'd be up there, but
They got more stain in that, bro.
Get into Howie's office right now.
Come on now.
Get up to Howie.
I was gonna ask you, going back to the rookies though. I feel like every team with the new guys, there's a couple that really stand out, that really impress with their maturity. I know that Slay was talking about Devontae and just how he stepped in and doesn't seem like a rookie. Are there any rookies that are really standing out to you?
I mean, I would say for me, it would be the players. I'm going to say the people in my room specifically because, you know, like I know I'm still a rookie myself. I got 3 games left, so it's funny when you say rookie because I'm not true. I'll be thinking of myself, so it's funny. But I mean, I would say my room for sure because I carry myself the same. Like I'm always pushing. I try to push everybody else too. Like when I run around, joking around, screaming, yelling, like I still try to push people as well. Like I joke around, but I try to push the rookies too, and they respond back. So like I would say that they do it too. We hold. I feel like, you know, linebackers. You do everything in the room. Run down, kickoff. You play punt. You play field goal block. So you do all the things. So everybody expects a lot from us. So I would feel like, you know, our group. I think they've done a lot too.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of hit it on the head with that. Where I mean, in Philly, the Eagles fan base expects a lot from the linebacker core, and we've seen the lack of usage in the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. With this new scheme, do you feel like there's more of a focus with you guys? Like you guys are more involved with this scheme?
I would say the scheme. I would say it really involves everybody. Honestly, I mean, I think it's built to. I don't want to put it. I feel like the scheme is built for everybody to make plays. Like it's not built for like, all right, well, we're better here, so this is where we're going to focus. Our scheme is mostly on it. No, it's not like that. It's like really, it's an open. We have a lot of ways we can do things, but it's really primarily for everybody to make plays. You just got to do your job, you know, and count your teammates.
Now, the most recent addition to your room, and really, I guess your room in the line group, has been one of my favorite players within this last decade, and of course, he's been on the rival, and that's Ryan Kerrigan. Has he been a voice of with the linebackers because he plays down, he plays up, he plays everything? How has he been with the team since he signed?
I mean, he was only there. I mean, a week maybe out of the OTAs because we got done June 4th. He got there maybe like 2 weeks before that. I only really talked to him maybe like twice on the practice field, 4 times. I mean, he cool though. Like I said, you know me, I'm always like I'm a high energy guy at practice. So I'm always joking around, you know, talking to everybody. So I always try to talk to everybody. Like I always try to make sure I speak to everybody. So like when I seen Ryan, you know, I don't remember what I said, but it was probably a joke. It was probably some joke or something funny. You know what I'm saying? We chatted up a little bit. He was joking back, so I thought it was kind of cool. I'm like, dang, 10-year vet, 11-year vet. God, he's pretty cool. You feel me? So I thought it was pretty cool. He's a good guy, though. I'm excited, though, because, you know, once the season really gets underway, that's when I start picking everybody's brain. That's when I'll start getting around. Like, once I start knowing them, I'll start asking them different questions about stuff. So I want to know what he knows, too. So I'm going to get
that's definitely a guy to talk to.
I'm coming.
That's right. That's definitely a guy to talk to. He has like 92 career sacks.
Exactly. Right.
He's a legend. You know, he's terrorized the Eagles for 10 years, and now he's on the good side. Now he's on the good guys.
I wonder what he feels like playing for Philly.
That's right. We'll try to get him on next time. He'll probably reject me, but that's okay.
So
there's got to be like a light bulb in your eyes. I'm just thinking if I put myself in those shoes and I was like, oh, okay, I'm with the Redskins. Like, there's got to be something where you go, okay, I'm going to the rivals. Like, that's not a choice you make.
Not like you're not going to the Saints. Like, it's like you're going to the division rival. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bold decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. Right, for your family, right? What about the fans? That
it gets intense.
No more? Can you go to DC anymore? I don't know.
I think for the
You're not
most
allowed
part,
in DC no more.
yes, that's fine. Who wants to go there anyway? I think for the most part, Eagles fans have definitely loved that signing because, like I said, like he's been one of those players that you hate playing against him, but you definitely would love him on your team. And he's just he's not a douchebag, you know. He's a great guy, and he's now finally on the right side of the line.
making our super D line even better.
That's oh my god, that D line is. Yeah.
You guys have no idea yet.
It's gonna be fierce.
Wait till you see it.
Oh,
He still is. What gets to me is like when Shaun first came on last time, and obviously it was pre-draft, like Chris mentioned before. Was you had that excitement? You were like, yo, I'm ecstatic about this playbook. I'm ecstatic to see, how this defense is gonna look, and you still had that same excitement, which to me, like, it speaks volumes as to like what's going on within the organization right now with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we're on a good page. I mean, everybody, it's funny because when you talk to people that are Eagles fans, it's always like, I'm in a good space. So, and I feel like the team's in a good space. But when you talk to, you forget.
Hey, watch yourself. Watch yourself right now.
I forget. Right? No, I'm just saying I forget that we were 4-11-1 last year, right? So
yeah.
When you're talking to people, it's just like I'm so like, yeah, we're gonna be good this year. Like we're gonna be good. I'm forgetting everybody's thinking like, wait. I'm like, oh, we were 4-11 last year. People were just probably hearing me talk, but I really believe that, man. I think this team's on a good foot. I think we're gonna be pretty good. I think we're gonna do good.
So there's something I want to pick your brain about because it's been a debate for us for the past couple of weeks. No, not the Greg Ward debate, Morgan. No, we're not talking about that.
I'm ready for it.
Jalen Hurts, man. Analyst Chris Sims left your boy off the top 40 QB list, and had a bunch of rookies on there, as well as Jameis Winston's backup QB on there.
Chris Sims.
I mean, is that something you guys know about or have spoken about?
Honestly, no, I didn't know that you just said that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know about anything about that. But I mean,
off the top 40, man.
Not in the top 40.
I can't tell you 39 quarterbacks better than Jalen. So, I mean, I don't really. I don't really.
Period. You heard it here first. Period. That's period.
Yeah, like I played against. I mean, I can't tell you. I can't.
No, I know.
We know. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, we know you haven't really spent much time with the offense and stuff, but has there been like really like in your times with the team, has Jalen really just taken over? Because you have a vet in Joe Flacco there now, and who actually signed the day of our podcast. So I remember we had met. Yeah, in March. I remember mentioning that, and you were like, "Oh, we signed him."
Yeah.
So that.
Shaun, I'm gonna need you to have a like live tap to Howie's office, man.
Yeah, so we gotta yeah. If you get a text here, let us know. Yeah. So you have Joe Flacco there, but is it like can you feel that it's Jalen's team?
No, I mean I ain't gonna say that because I mean. It was more or less when we got into the building. It was more or less for the coaches because they were just meeting us for the first time. So it wasn't really like I didn't really feel like anybody in particular besides the vets, Fletch, Jason Kelsey, Lane, those guys that were really more vocal than everybody else. Like Jalen didn't really of course he did his thing. He broke down the huddles. He talked when he had to talk when they asked him to break it down, and he does that. He did those things, but I'm like. It wasn't really like focused on like, all right, well, who is it going to be, Jalen or Joe Flacco right now? Like OTAs, it was kind of just like everybody getting accustomed to the coaches, getting used to being around each other again. I really think we're going to see what happens though, like in 20 days. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's right.
So I was going to ask you, what do you think about Jalen Hurts is really like throwing, NFL experts off about him, saying that he's not a franchise quarterback. He's not. I mean, Chris Sims specifically said that. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. He's seen high school quarterbacks make better routine throws than Jalen Hurts. Was that the quote? You guys remember?
Something like that.
Yeah. Which is wild. I mean, like we saw Jalen kind of have it. He balled out against Arizona. He balled out against New Orleans, and I'm assuming he was injured against Dallas and Washington too, because they mentioned that he was injured in his hand and his hamstring.
Yep. I mean, I've never been the guy like fall into like the really like what the social media people say about me and stuff like that because they've always, since I was a kid, I've been like the worst player in the world since I was like it's always.
We're the worst podcast in the world, so it's okay.
You know what I mean? Like something's always been wrong with me, and as far as I remember, it's always been something. So I never really paid attention to it. But I mean, he gonna find out. He got 20 days, and Jalen, everything he says, we gonna find out if what he says he gonna change it at the end of this camp or not. We gonna find out. It's gonna be. I mean, that's all you can do. Like, it is what it is. Like, I didn't really feed into it, but I mean, I can tell you from what I think Jalen's gonna do great. I really do. I think he's gonna go out there and go crazy.
Now, just sticking on the offensive side one more time. Have you stood next to Devontae Smith yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a track guy, okay, and you know how tiny these mile runners can be. These 2 mile runners can be. They're real thin. Is Devontae Smith built like that? Because you see him 6'1", $170, $175. Is this all this stuff on the TV? Is this also playing games with us and he's bigger in person, or is this
I mean,
does he need to go to the gym?
He's got length. Like, he's got length. Like, he could tell. Like, he got length to him. Like, he's lanky. He's got long arms, long legs. I mean, he looked like he about 180. He looked like a ball player though. Like, I don't care. Like, you could just tell when a person like a ball. He quiet, but he looked like a ball player. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think he's gonna win Rookie of the Year. But I could be biased because I'm on the Eagles.
There's nothing wrong with that. That'll keep you in contract for the next couple of years.
That's right. Howie got your extension right now.
Watch it go, Howie. It's like, nah.
I mean, I feel like it's not just us. There's a lot of teams in the league that are young that teams kind of doubt. But young coaching staff, young room. What do you think is going to be your biggest kind of key to success going forward as a young team, as an underproven team? Where do you think you're going to surprise people?
I would say, where you think we're going to surprise people? I would just say overall as a team, just completely. I mean, like last year, I felt like last year just wasn't like. I mean, I watched Philly play. Everybody has. That just wasn't Eagles defense or anything. It was just bad, right? So I think it's going to be it's going to bring the whole passion back. We get the fans back. We get to hear the crowd. We get the momentum back. We get everything. I think it's just going to be a whole different energy, a whole different vibe. I think it's just going to be all that's going to change. I just think the energy surrounding the team is going to be different. That's going to be the biggest difference.
We're here for it, man. Honestly, I feel like, I mean, and you kind of alluded to it a bit, but first couple of weeks of the season, I don't know, you're probably not looking that far yet, but some tough games on the schedule. How do you feel about that? Like, would you rather have the tough games at the beginning of the season and kind of, see what you're made of, or are you saving those games to the end if you are making the schedule?
I mean, I think every game tough in the NFL. I mean, you could beat the worst team. The worst team could beat you. I mean, I'm excited for the first game, really, because like.
Is that away or is that home? That's away, right?
It's away at Atlanta.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
No,
so who do you so you gonna be 1-on-1 with Kyle Pitts?
Well, who?
Kyle Pitts?
Yeah. I ain't tripping about him. I'm not. Yeah, all that hype, all that first round, I don't care about none of that. That ain't never been me. And you feel me? Listen, he got to show me.
All right, serious question. Who's a bigger goofball in the locker room, you or Brandon Graham?
BG.
All you ever see is videos of BG just walking around yelling at somebody.
Yeah, BG always playing around. I'll be joking around a lot too, though, so I was close. I had my days, though.
So did Nate Herbig's fingers getting skinnier, or you still got fat fingers? Because the last time you talked to us, you said he got fat fingers.
I ain't really look at his fingers his whole camp. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't to see him. I forgot I said that.
So we got a question there. So obviously there hasn't been much time spent in the locker room, the last couple months because it's just been OTAs and all this stuff. But how coming off of a year, like you said, 4-11-1, a really tough year. Thankfully that was only your rookie year, so obviously things are going to look up from here. How's the feel around the team? Like, it's just a it's obviously a lot of new people, players and coaches and all that stuff. Some people are gone that in my opinion should have been gone a long time ago. But is it is it just a new beginning really, and just no one really just like, oh, we're still the same team as last year? You're just ready to go and shock the world?
I would say, yeah. I mean, more or less, it's just like the people on the team. It's football. Like we all been playing. Everybody been playing football since they was little kids, and I mean, the season's over with. It's in the past. The Bucks won a Super Bowl. Those were the champs last year, and that's the only thing everybody gonna remember.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's who the champions was. So it's a whole new fresh start for everybody. All the rankings, all the preseason is, and none of that matters because everybody has to go out there on Sunday and play all 17 weeks, just like everybody else. And it's a whole new fresh start. So I think that's where everybody's mind is. We get another chance. We go 0-0 just like everybody else, and we get another chance, and we can do it again. And so, you feel me? I think that's where everybody's mind is. I think that's where everybody focused on. The crowd is going to be back this year. COVID's starting to go down. So, I mean, it's football. I mean, I think it's back now, right? Because last year was just
Right.
You're gonna get a full link financial
oh
for
my!
the season.
Don't even bring it up. I am so.
Dude.
Oh my God.
It's gonna happen
Like-
this year, bro.
I know you're accustomed to the Philly crowd, playing at Temple and all that, but the
That
link,
was a joke. That was a good
the
one.
link, you're
That was
gonna
a good one.
get.
Temple games were terrible.
I'm just saying, you had some drunk Philly fans in there.
It was like 10,000.
You had drunk Philly fans there.
Shaun knew my name.
Now instead of 10,000 drunk Philly fans, you're gonna get
It's 70.
even more
Right.
drunk Philly fans. So you ready for that? People are gonna be calling you names, telling you
Oh,
you
all
suck.
of it.
They're gonna
Tell
be
me,
all
I
over
can't-
you.
I love it though. Like that's like football though. That's what gets me going.
I feel like the one thing that sucks about Philly is if you're down, they don't hesitate to boo you
Nah, they
in
don't.
your own field. Like that's the wildest thing to me. They won't hesitate at all.
They won't. They will boo you, boy, bad. Boo.
Like, are you really ready for that, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I mean, if they boo me, I'm good. I'm just gonna be all right. Well, see you next week.
Like
We'll get 'em back.
if your cleats is tied the wrong way, it's it. You're done. That's just how we are.
They're gonna let me have
That's-
it on Twitter.
That's it. Oh, you gotta mute everybody. I'm just
Yeah, right. I'm about to go through that. I'm gonna go private.
So, so speaking of cleats, they approved the alternate jerseys for 2022, but big debate between Eagles fans right now on Eagles Twitter is what's the big deal about Kelly Green? Are you a big fan of the Kelly Green look, or are you kind of just like it's just old, it's it's vintage and that's all it really is?
I don't know how I feel about it. That's a good question because I was just arguing. I was just talking about that with my friends the other day about how I felt about that. I thought it looked good. I don't know. I thought it was just something I didn't like about it. But I thought the color though of it was nice. I don't think I like the font of the numbers. But I mean, I would like to have another jerseys and getting the helmets approved and all that. That is like that's top notch. I mean, I'm excited. So I mean, the more jerseys, uniforms you can put together, I love that.
So my thing is, like, you guys have the black jerseys already approved for next year. Get you guys a black helmet.
Like
a
that,
black
wild.
helmet, like black on black.
Right. Black.
Get yourself a black visor with it too. Ooh.
Right. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. I could
Shaun can be decked out.
Green wings. Ooh.
That's it. And it's easy. You okay? We don't make us wait till 2022. Just do it right now. Like you can
right now.
That's it.
How you feeling about the single digits?
I
You
love
getting
that.
used to them yet? Yeah. I mean, you wore one in Temple, right? But that was like tradition, right? So
Devonta took your 6, so you can't.
Yeah.
Who? I wore 5.
Oh, 5. Yeah, you're 5. So you can't.
McNabb got that.
McNabb.
Yeah, that's a no go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really want a single. I mean, nah, I would want 8. I would get 8, but I'm cool with 54. I like 54. Jeremiah tried from Jersey, so
there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like linebackers, like the double digits for linebackers, whether it's like 54, 55, or even like 50, like it's just screams intensity. It like screams like the leader of the Wolfpack kind of style.
Yeah, for sure. I like at 54 especially. I know a lot of linebackers got 54 is actually right.
Yeah, the dude
Warner,
from
Wagner.
from the Vikings too, right? Kendricks is 54.
Kendrick's 54. Yeah. Bobby Wagner is 54. Kuechly was 54.
Yeah.
54, right? Wow. Look at that. Brian Urlacher.
No, Kuechly was 59. Sorry, Kuechly was 59.
Yeah, you're right.
Urlacher was 54, right?
Yeah. Because Briggs was 55. Yeah, Urlacher was 54, and I was 50. See, I'm 54. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. Just shut up.
Age.
54 great number.
Damn, shut up. See what happens when we let a 20-something-year-old on the damn podcast?
You know what's so crazy?
Hey,
I was
youth
reading,
movement.
I stumbled upon Morgan's bio the other day. It's like 27 years old. When it's 27 years old, I'm like, damn, I'm 5 years older than this kid. I thought he was our age.
I just had a birthday too, so.
Oh, happy birthday!
Makes me feel a little older.
So besides yourself, Shaun.
Yep.
Who you got Eric Wilson that came over. You got you got Taylor on your team, and probably even Kayvon coming down to play with you guys a little bit too. Is there any like youthful player that you think is gonna just really take advantage of this new system outside of yourself and really just have a great year that he's just built for the system?
Why are you not giving Fizzle credit for his question?
I'm not giving Fizzle credit for nothing.
That's the second question. Why are you doing that to that boy? Oh, you know what?
Happened?
Wait, Sean, before you answer
we gotta
question,
talk. We're gonna ask him in a minute. Don't worry.
Oh, come on.
No,
all right.
ask him in a minute.
Just don't forget.
Don't worry. Yeah, we're gonna ask him for a minute.
Now he wants to know. You got to just ask him now.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, all right,
Dude, you just got to ask him right now.
No, you gotta answer my question first. So, who besides yourself you think is gonna really take it? Besides, and you can't say everybody. Say someone that you think is gonna really. He's just meant for like Jonathan Gannon coming to this team is really gonna unlock this guy. Yeah, on the defense.
Young guy.
Yeah.
Mike.
Jaquette?
Yep.
Yo, everybody's been big on him. Even LG a couple weeks ago mentioned that he's big on Jaquette.
Mike's
So
nice.
my guy is Kayvon. I think Kayvon's going to be real.
I mean, if you would have said 3, I would have said Kayvon as well. So
I think the secondary is going to do real well under Gannon. He was a scout, he was a DB coach, and all that. So, now before our next question, have you still between last time and now seen me and Coach Rallis in the same room together?
He told you it's not Coach Rallis, bro. You don't want him to bring up who you really look like.
Oh no!
I'm looking at the camera again.
Oh no! Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not. I'll end this damn podcast right now.
Why you set yourself up for that? You know what he's gonna say.
Yo, you set it up. I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
I didn't bring it up.
I'm just saying. When Coach Rallis was on that Zoom call the other day, and pictures were going around, that like even one of our fans said it in the Eagles chat, like, "Oh, it's Chris Infante right there." I was like, "Oh, that's me." That's so.
He's also on MTV.
Are you serious?
Yo, shut up.
Yo, that's great.
All right. Serious question. The real question.
Serious question.
Sean, we have to know, right? So we have somebody who's a regular in the chat. He's a regular on Eagles Twitter. Jay Fizzle. The man believes that he could beat a kangaroo. So I need to know, like, in a fight, in a one-on-one fight. Do you believe you could beat a kangaroo in a one-on-one fight? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Have you seen these kangaroos?
He's absolutely.
You're not understanding.
Bro,
thing is, if the kangaroo's going to fight me, I'm going to punch the kangaroo before the kangaroo thinks it's going to fight. I'm going to punch it as hard as I can before it even looks. So it's going to go down. I'm going to win.
Well, what if it hops and kicks you in the chest? Like, that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's a wrap, bro.
That's right.
And I got to go to Angel and damage me. I got to kill it.
Yo, I hope
they have no face block game according to Jay Fizzle.
I hope Jay Fizzle realizes the difference in athletic ability between Shaun and him.
Yeah, and I don't know if his tactic was as good as mine. I think he was going to try to square with it. That wouldn't have been good.
Fizzle, your athletic ability compared to an NFL player is probably.
Yo, we got to say right now on the podcast that we are not liable for any viewers going to fight kangaroos because Shaun Bradley gassed them up.
I'm telling y'all, I did not tell y'all to do that.
This is not.
This is not an advertisement.
This is not an advertisement. This is not an advertisement to go out to the zoo. Go out to Turtleback Zoo tomorrow.
Oh God! Please don't make that happen.
Go out to Philly Zoo and just go square up with a kangaroo. That's it.
Wearing a Shaun Bradley jersey.
Wearing a number 54 jersey.
Right.
I'm telling you, after one of these preseason games, just so you know, someone's gonna jump in that cage with one of your jerseys on. It's gonna be on the news channel, like idiot with a number 54 jersey gets his ass kicked by a kangaroo.
Like, only in Philly.
Hey, you got Bucks or Suns?
Suns.
Suns?
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
And 5?
5.
Even with Giannis coming back?
Giannis has like a bad knee.
I'm not really a fan of Giannis.
Hey, okay, so am I the one that feels like Giannis is a little bit overrated?
Nah, I think he's very overrated.
Okay, cool. I just don't like. He's just I don't know.
I mean,
It's just not it for me. Like, he's not great.
6'10", I could do the same thing he does.
He just drives. He does what Ben does, and then Ben gets the flag for doing it.
You saw that video of him. You saw that video of him crossing up. Who was guarding him, and it took him like 30 seconds to do a basketball move. Like he was just dribbling the basketball. It was like Giannis has no idea what he's doing.
I'm all for seeing CP3 end up with a title, man.
Yeah,
Devin Booker and balling out.
That's really what it is for me, man. That's exactly how I feel. Like that's really what I want. I want to see CP3 win it for the first time, for sure.
That'd be great. I mean, why not?
He deserves
Especially
it.
in Phoenix.
Right. With Monty Williams and all that.
Yeah, Monty's been through a hell of a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
What's Fizzle complaining about in the chat? He's Embiid, but healthier and not as good as a shooter.
Fizzle.
Giannis is not Embiid.
No, not at all.
Are you kidding? So
Giannis can hit foul shots, though. I think it's a little too soon for that.
So,
dude, have you been to any Philly games, Sixers games, or anything like that?
Nah, man, and I wanted to go so bad. Like, I wanted to go so bad because I've only been to I've been to one basketball game in my life, and I was like 9.
Oh wow, Sixers game,
right? Yeah, it was versus the Heat when I was like in I want to say 08, somewhere around there.
That's so
all the good players weren't. All the good players weren't playing.
Of course they weren't. That's what happens.
They weren't playing. They weren't playing.
That's what happens.
Right.
Which jersey are you gonna rock then? You rocking the Embiid or you rocking Simmons?
What if I went to a game?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear a Lower Marion Kobe Bryant jersey.
There you go.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's what you gotta do nowadays. You gotta rock the old school ones because you never know who's gonna move. Because I have a closet full of Eagles players that are not on the team anymore.
I got a Carson Wentz jersey and I got a Zach Ertz jersey that's possibly moving on some point soon. Sucks.
Zach Ertz, man, that's my guy, man.
Is it kind of wild to actually, hear that there's a chance that he's not going to be an Eagle next season?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was talked about so much though last year. I felt like it was just like it was bound to happen. Like that's all they kept talking about. That's all I was hearing during the season while we were playing. Like, oh, Zach's about to get traded. Zach's about to get traded. After the season, Zach's about to go here. Zach's about to go here. So I'm like, dang. It's like, does he? It's like I don't know if does he want to go or are they like? Is like the media just like forcing him out?
I kind of feel like the media does kind of force the hand of teams to make moves like that.
Philly media is rough too.
Philly media is stupid. I mean, not to say we're not too far out of it, but like Philly media is fucking stupid. Like the fact that they had that picture of Ben Simmons at Wimbledon, and saying, "Is this a bad look?
Good for him, man.
Is this a bad look for Ben Simmons to be out with his girlfriend right now?" Look, shut the fuck up.
It is pretty toxic, man.
God forbid you guys have a life. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
You just gotta make sure. When you're out and about, just make sure you watch out for the paparazzi. Especially the paparazzi of the WIP crew. They're bums. Do
you guys talk about things like that, in between you guys, about what the media is saying about you guys, or because at the end of the day, you gotta get interviewed by these guys, so it's kind of like though you were just talking about me, now you want to talk to me.
Yeah, it's not really too much. I don't really pay attention to who's saying what, in particular. Oh, he said this. This is that person right there. But I would just say we kind of talk about it amongst ourselves, but we don't really get it. It ain't.
See what happens, Shaun, when you're moving around too much.
Cut out.
Service, man. Hold on. Our fans, they don't want to see us right now. They see our ugly faces enough, except for Morgan. Look at that smile.
Morgan's.
I can't hold this for too long though.
Did it make it back?
We
can hear you.
We
You're
hear
still
you,
frozen though.
Oh, sorry.
You better sneeze.
I had to.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap up when you get service back, so we don't take too much of your time. It's been 40 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe once you get that big contract, we can hook you up with some Wi-Fi, maybe some better Wi-Fi. We got you.
Can you see me?
No, it's just all black. Oh,
There we
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
I'd be remiss before we end. There's a chicken place out in Wilmington, Delaware. That's opening up soon, and they're asking all Eagles players to come by. Apparently, it's 5 stars and all this stuff. They're opening soon. It's called Mitch's Mo Better Chicken. They're out in Wilmington.
Wait, repeat it. It says Mitch's what?
Mo Better Chicken. Mo Better Chicken.
Okay.
They're out in Wilmington, and they're asking, they're trying to get you guys over there to try them out because people are raving about them. And since they're close, they're out in Wilmington. I don't know when they open. I think they opened this week. But
I was about to say. Wait, they're trying to get everybody over there, or Eagle players in particular?
Just Eagles players. If you guys, if you guys want to stop by and
I love chicken.
There you go. You know what?
It's sold. You said chicken? It's sold.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna text you the link to their Instagram page just so you can follow and you can see them.
Yes. Wait, you broke up. I heard Instagram.
I just texted you their Instagram page just so you could see them. Check them out.
Oh, Mitch's Mo Better Chicken. Yeah,
there you go.
Do that right now.
There you go.
They got Ben? Have you been before?
I don't know what they got. I live 4 hours away from them, so.
So how did you stumble? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Eric.
Okay.
We're all wondering. Listen. Wherever there's good food, I know about it. All right, that's it. That's what I do. I know about
chicken
food.
shack in Indianapolis is pretty good.
How you found out? Wentz told me.
Yeah, we don't talk about Indianapolis on this podcast anymore, Shaun.
Yo,
that's a sore subject. That's a sore subject.
Oh God. Well, Shaun, we're not gonna take up much more of your time, man. We're gonna let you, enjoy the rest of the offseason while you still can.
Yes, sir.
But we appreciate you coming on, man. Seriously, you've graced us with your presence twice already, and it's been fun.
Yeah, and I'll be back for sure.
We appreciate it. You are our first player to come on twice, so we appreciate it big time. And we know the people in the chat. We know the people in the chat appreciate you too, and we look forward to a really, really big second year out of you.
Absolutely, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Everybody in the chat, it's go time.
Saturday, July 10th.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. It's his summer camp.
All right, fellas.
All right, Shaun, do your thing. So real quick before we wrap up, one bit of news recently for the Eagles is the Dallas Goedert extension.
Is it?
It's not
official?
final yet, but apparently it's big money, which is kind of
Damn.
I guess
is Shaun texting you? Shaun texted you. He's like, "Yo, Dallas just got his extension." That was about to be 2 podcasts in a row. What's going on? I'm not on this. I'm not in this group chat. I need.
You haven't worked up to this yet, Morgan. Just because you took over for me for a month doesn't mean shit.
Oh wow, it's getting a little hostile in here.
It's nice to have the reminder. I was feeling good about myself.
So how do you guys feel about Goddard getting the extension right now with the Zach Ertz situation?
I think it's 1 year too early for me.
Okay.
I know he'll be a free agent after this year. I get that, but I think if you extend him right now, you're banking on him not being injured.
Which is my key thing. He hasn't been consistently healthy.
Yeah. So do you give him big money for how many games has he played out of how many should have been? I mean, he's a great player. He's a very good player, but you're not going to give Ertz even that money after one down year, but you're going to give it to a guy who's been injured a lot, who talent-wise at this point is probably more talented than Ertz at this point.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I agree with that. But Ertz is just a more smoother route runner.
But Ertz runs the routes and then he goes backwards. But that's besides the point. But it would leave a bad taste in my mouth because it's just like Goddard has flashed, yes, but how many games has he played? Like, how many times have we been relegated to Dick Rod? How many games have we been relegated to Jason Kroom? Who is the most efficient catcher in Eagles history with one catch for one catch for 1 yard and one touchdown on one target. You try to convert Hakeem Butler from wide receiver to tight end. Like, you're trying to get all these band-aids at tight end, but you're going to give him the big money to Dallas Goedert.
So Goddard's games have gone from 16 played in 2018, 15 played in 2019 to 11 played last season.
Yeah. So what do you give big money to?
Well, Morgan? I think it depends on the contract, right? If we're talking, one of those 5-6 year big term deals, I think Chris is right. I think that you're banking a lot on him being healthy. If you get him on a 3-year contract, you sign him. I think that there's a few tight ends, not necessarily next year, but over the next couple of years that are going to demand some big money contracts, right? Who knows what Ertz is going to get? Probably not big, but it's going to push the market either way, right? It's going to set that kind of bottom line. Darren Waller's contract is coming up in a few years. Like, there's some big money contracts on the horizon. So if you can get him kind of under that threshold right now, it sucks to say, but in a way you take advantage of that.
Take advantage of the market.
Injury. Like, it kind of sucks to say that he's not coming off his best year. You see flashes, so maybe you sign him now. Maybe he never has another injury, and then you look like geniuses. Right?
It's kind of like the Carson Wentz deal. Like, you signed Wentz before every other quarterback was signed, and it looked like you got a really good deal, and then look what happens. So I think
this Goddard would be worth more in trade. Honestly, at some point.
Yeah, and he's not your quarterback. He's not your number one guy, right? So I think that, like, there's a bit more of a, I don't know, kind of a pillowcase to soften the blow, if anything. But I think tight ends are only going to get more expensive, man. They've been pushing for it. Greg Olson's like saying, "Oh, we deserve more." So I think these contracts are only going up, but the more they do.
Like, right now, there are only 5 tight ends who average more than $10 million a year on average. It's Kittle at 15. Kelsey at 14, Hunter Henry at 12.5, Jonnu Smith at 12.5, both on the Patriots, Austin Hooper at 10.5, and then you have Ertz at 8.5.
So you got Waller coming up.
You got Waller coming up. You have Pitts is already up there at 8.2. But you got Gronk. Who knows if he wants to extend his career? He'll probably get more. You go down
OJ Howard moving somewhere else, getting a big contract.
They definitely got to move on OJ and Joku as well, right?
And later on, and Evan Ingram, I believe, is in a contract year, and he's only making 2.6. Irv Smith's not going to get that much. Come on.
I mean, he's in second year. You see it, like the Vikings use their tight ends, start using their tight ends, and he could.
Yeah, Evan Ingram's going to be he makes 2.6 a year. He's going to be a free agent in 2022. So this is probably extension year here. If Noah Fant goes on the trajectory he's going, that's going to be
what about,
a big one too.
David and Joe,
maybe David and Njoku, Gesicki. Gesicki makes 1.6 million right now.
Make some bank.
Yeah,
man.
he'll definitely make bank in Miami.
You got Robert Tonyan, who's he has a void year next year. You got Hawkinson, who's obviously was just a rookie, but a couple years ago, but he's making 4.9. So it's all these guys that are just going to push the envelope up for it. So yeah, like Goddard probably deserves more than those guys. Maybe not a couple. Maybe not like Noah Fant. I love Noah Fant. But it's I don't know. Does he
tricky situation?
Yeah, like Austin Hooper's making 10.5. Goddard is better than him, but
What's an interesting bar that you kind of set and compare is, like, is he a better player right now than Zach Ertz? And if so, does he deserve more money?
Like, talent-wise, yes. Health, no. It's
That's the key thing. You want
and you're judging for that inflation, right? Everyone's salary is going up.
Zach Ertz on his best year, like he just had a down year. Zach Ertz at his best is top 3 in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, are we banking on Goddard's talent plus health, or are we banking on Ertz just having that down year because he was unhappy? And
that's my thing too. Like, do you honestly? So we had this discussion in the chat earlier. Do you give up Ertz for a 4th or even a 5th? Like, knowing what he means to not only this organization's history, but he still can ball, and you have a young quarterback now.
Yeah, I think fans in general overestimate 5th, like mid-round picks. Like, I think like in real terms, like 3rd or 4th, like, and NFL teams like having them too. But you're giving a player like that for a 5th. It's like, what do you get? What have the Eagles got in the 5th round the last couple of years that you can point to, right?
I mean, was a 5th or 6th, or was that Hightower? That was the 5th?
Yeah, I mean, we got some value in the mid rounds. The guy we're just speaking to, is gonna ball out, right? Like you get those players, right? But right now on the team, you take Zach Ertz, and I think especially as you're transitioning, and we're talking about the health of Goddard, I'd rather him on the team than a 5th. But even if you can get some value, man, like maybe you can get a CB2, who knows?
I would trade a 5th right now for N'Keal Harry.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Move. Yeah, but you know what happens if N'Keal Harry comes to the Eagles, right?
No more Travis Fulgham.
No more Greg Ward.
No more J Jaw. Fuck that.
Oh, I forgot about him. Okay, Greg Ward stays.
Yeah. Like I said, like N'Keal, like he played a lot of slot in college, and he's 6'4". So if they really want to go with this big slot idea.
Was Pittman in the slot last season?
Michael Pittman?
Yeah.
I think he played. Yeah, he played slot, but I think he played outside a lot because Hilton was hurt, Campbell was hurt, so a lot of guys were hurt. So
I can't get it out of my head. He's Jordan Matthews to me. Like, I know they're different players, but like in my head, like they're the same.
Who, Pittman and Matthews?
Yeah. All
right. So last question before we go. This one's from Fizz.
Why are we giving Fizz so much love today?
Because listen, this is a Sanders question. You know how I feel about this. Would you guys re-sign Miles Sanders now?
Like, learn how to spell his name.
And re-sign.
I am not responsible. I'm not responsible for Chris's comments to
who's editing the chat right now.
Would you re-sing Sanders?
Man, yeah. I mean, take a couple blows into the head from a kangaroo. Can't blame it. Can't blame it. Absolutely. I re-sign him. Running backs are cheap.
Yeah, I think you get Sanders on the cheap because he hasn't blown up yet.
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
You think
Sanders will make big time running back money anywhere else?
Yes, because there's always a team stupid enough to pay.
That's
running
true.
backs. Like, I can see now. Okay, so
Dolphins or someone like spending big money on him.
Yeah, the Dolphins always pay for running backs. Like,
always.
So they trade them a year after.
Trade them away.
So right now, the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 running backs make over $10 million. Okay, Christian McCaffrey,
way better than Sanders.
Alvin Kamara,
better.
Zeke,
better.
Dalvin Cook,
better.
Derrick Henry,
better.
Aaron Jones.
Yep.
Joe Mixon.
Don't. Yeah.
I mean.
Then you have not factored in Barkley's extension.
Saquon.
You got Melvin Gordon at 8.
The issue with Miles is that he's just not. I mean, it could not have been his fault for the past 2 seasons because Doug Peterson and the run game just don't mix for some reason. But he wasn't consistent enough. He missed a lot of open running lanes. And me, I'm huge on Miles Sanders. I love the kid. I love his potential. I need you to stop yawning on the podcast because when I do the clips, it's always you yawning in the clip.
I think the thing that Brian's getting at is every name on that list that you just mentioned is an RB1 with no committee.
Miles Sanders makes $1.3 million.
Oh, he deserved more than that. Yeah, absolutely.
So right now, okay, outside of those top 10, the 10 million and up. So we got Melvin Gordon, who probably
Gives
won't
him
get,
more money. Like
probably
if you
won't
give him
get
an
big
$8 million
money.
contract,
he's
eight per
28.
year, I'd take that.
Mhm.
So you got Saquon at 7.7. That'll definitely boom up.
Is that Saquon's first
contract?
first?
Yes.
That's his rookie.
Yep.
Okay.
You got Austin Eckler at 6.1. You got Kareem Hunt at 6. You got fucking Tariq Cohen at 5.7. You got Kenyon Drake, for whatever reason the Raiders wanted to give him this contract, at 5.5. Chris Carson at 5.2. You got David Johnson at 5. And then you go down to these other second contract looming running backs. You got Josh Jacob. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, obviously he was just a rookie. And when he gets an extension later on, it might be pretty. Jonathan,
Josh Jacob would be the perfect
you got Jonathan
comparison for
Taylor.
him.
You got Jonathan Taylor.
Taylor balled out.
I see Jacobs getting paid. I see Hilaire. Like I see they may not retain him. Like the Chiefs, I don't know. They don't like to keep the running backs. They'll use them for a couple years.
Probably the most expensive out of all of them might be a guy who's making less than, actually a little more than Sanders.
Boston Scott. Or is it Greg Ward?
Take it back.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Nick Chubb is only making 1.8.
That's what? That's criminal.
So these guys are gonna make bank. So if these guys sign before Sanders and really set that standard, are you okay with paying Miles Sanders, who has a fumbling problem and gets dinged up a little too much, $8-9 million a year, $10 million a year?
No, I personally am not. And like I said, I love Miles Sanders, but he has a consistency issue, and he also has the.
See, I'm yawning. You're sneezing.
Yeah, my bad. Bless you.
Bless me. Bless you.
Bless you.
He has an issue with consistency. He has an issue with finding the right lane to hit. It's too many variables right now with Sanders. But that's the Peterson version of Sanders. We don't know what the Sirianni version of Sanders is going to look like. So we don't know if he balls out and ends up being like the next Dalvin Cook.
I'll tell you this. Again, this is it could change, but every single year of Sirianni being the OC in the top 10 in run efficiency, and we're talking about Sanders, who that's the issue is being efficient. Fine, so I feel like it does increase.
And they had a trio over there in the Colts that mirror what the Eagles have right now. Exactly. They had Marlon Mack, they had John Taylor, and they had the other guy, Hines. Mm-hmm. So here you have Sanders, you have Gainwell, and now either Kerryon Johnson or you have Boston Scott. So I think you have the similar rotation to what he had in Indy, and it can work. I just don't think if you're going to have a rotation like that, and you have a guy who knows how to really use running backs like that, because when he was in San Diego, he had Melvin Gordon,
and they did draft Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah, so like if you're going to have that kind of rotation, are you paying a running back big money to be part of a pretty good rotation of that? And I don't think that's going to happen. And the first guy to say that on our podcast was, I think, last August, and that was John Barchard. He said Miles Sanders is not going to get a second contract to the Eagles.
Eagles don't pay running back.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that's true.
Do you know what's going to play a huge factor is whether or not Jalen Hurts is the guy. Because if not, you're spending a first round pick on a quarterback, right? So I think that if he's the guy and you have him on a contract for a couple more years, then you may be willing to spend more on the running back. But this year's going to be huge. But I feel like if you get him for $8 million, I'll take that.
Let's see what they pull off.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys are just joining us now, we do apologize, but you can hit the rewind button all the way to the beginning. And Shaun Bradley was on this podcast. For those listening tomorrow to the audio version, we appreciate you guys. We thank you guys so much for being so consistent with that. Also, one more thing. For those who are watching on YouTube right now, if you click on the information tab where it says the title and everything like that, there's a link to our exact YouTube channel where we will put clips up of the podcast, things of that sort. What happened now?
Look at Fit.
You told me not to pay attention to Fizz, and you're paying attention to Fizz. What?
We haven't had a running back that's hands down worth the second contract since Miles. Sean McCoy.
Yeah, but they traded McCoy for Kiko.
I know that was Chip, but we haven't had a running back that's hands down worth a second contract since Miles. So since 2018, we haven't had a running back worth a second contract. Great. Okay. Yeah. What do you mean by that? Like,
Kiko is the name of my childhood cat. You don't trade a dude named Shady for a dude named
Kiko.
after a cat. Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
I was pretty excited about that move. Not gonna lie.
You would be the type of person to be excited about that move.
Hey, he looked real good on the Bills.
Kiko was really good on the
But
Bills.
LaShawn was
He
really good on the Eagles.
I understand that, but I was excited to finally have a linebacker.
Oh,
And
linebacker. But we got Shaun.
Kiko was really, really good on the Bills. And when he got traded to the Dolphins, he was really good on the Dolphins. And then he went to the Saints.
He was a head case on the Dolphins, bro. Something snapped in him when he went to the Dolphins. He was fighting at the whistle.
It's always Philly. You go to Philly and it's on.
Yeah.
It just happens. But again, guys, make sure you click on the link below to our YouTube channel. Subscribe. We'll put all the clips up of the podcast, whatever you guys missed. So you have to watch the whole thing all over again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be back next Tuesday, the three of us. Until then.
Go Birds.
Go
Yes,
Birds.
sir.